program. My name is Tamás Maráci. I work for Danube Institute. We are in Transylvania, Romania, Tusványos Fest. It's a unique place, and in this unique place we interview a Romanian analyst, Iulian Chifu, Romanian foreign policy analyst and former presidential advisor, which is very lucky to meet him. Thank you very much to participate.
You're welcome. The luck comes from the fact that I was invited by the host. It's my first time here.
First time, and for me the same situation, but I'm a Hungarian journalist, you're a Romanian analyst. How come the first time? Because you were a presidential analyst.
I just received the invitation right now. I didn't receive before that, so
didn't have a chance to come.
I just answered to the invitation that I received.
And those years when you were a former advisor to the former president Băsescu, Traian Băsescu, what did you advise him about Tusványos? What was your opinion about this fest?
We didn't had discussion related to Tusványos. We had discussing relations of neighborly relations with Hungary. We had several issues about some urns that our mutual intel services were one attempted to put in Romania, the other one attempted to prevent. So up to the moment where we established, look, these are the rules of the game, and we solved the issue. Actually, it was even in those times a good relation between Prime Minister Orban and President Băsescu, and for sure now we are also in a very good relationship. And if you want facts. The first one is that Kelemen Hunor is the number 2 cherished party leader in the PNL, in the Liberal Party, for instance, after the current Prime Minister.
The president of the Hungarian party, RMDS?
That's it. And the UDMR, so the Hungarian party, was the most cherished partner by the democratic groupings in the period of forming the coalition. So it shows you that actually they are very much involved, and since 1997 they are part of mostly of the government of Romania, and there is a big part of these bilateral relations that puts a little bit out the Hungarian minority in Romania once they have representatives at all the levels.
Yeah. The reason I asked the Tusványos case from you, because Tusványos was a divisive issue for many years in the Romanian political elite. Some considered it a national assembly of Hungarians in the heart of Romania. Some said it's a good opportunity to meet and to converse here.
It has different concepts in time. It has different position. It has different statements here. We had very complicated statements that have been challenged by UDMR, by Kelemen Hunor at some points even. So it depended. But once again, it's a manifestation that is legitimate. For sure, nobody is going to accept or applaud extremist position or irredentist or revisionist or claiming whatever. But once again, we are normal people. I think that time has healed a number of the old, differences that maybe would have been, and actually we can't get back. History has put Romanians all over the place around Romania. We can't change this identity, and once we accepted the rules-based order, we are accepting the sovereignty, the territorial integrity and independence of the countries, and that's a fact. With the rest, yes, we do have the rules, European rules. We are both members of the EU, of NATO. We have the rules about minorities. Sure, some are attempted to do more. Some are looking in, debated more about the loyalty of minorities. You've seen the issues develop, for instance, in Ukraine, or how would the state react, how his citizens would react if a war is presenting like tomorrow. Sure. It is a matter of citizenship. As long as we do have from our states some added values, the state would expect that if we are reaching such uncomfortable and for sure unwilled positions, that all of its citizens will be a part of the effort to tackle an enemy, because we are a part of the same state.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but first you mentioned the good relations between the two governments, and I agree, we sense the same.
Actually, we've seen 2 days ago the visit of your Prime Minister Orban to see our Prime Minister.
This is exactly what I wanted to say. That there's a habit or a tradition these years that the Prime Minister starts at Bucharest to visit the Prime Minister to discuss issues, and after that he comes to Tusványos, and sometimes he gives a fiery speech or not so fiery speech, and the Romanian edit reacts on that or not reacting that. But it's a good tradition that you have a good connection. How do you describe the relations now?
Well, I would say that we have good relations, if not the best relation, the better relation that we had ever with Hungarians. It was the UDMR, which I think that for a number of years are part of the whole establishment, political establishment, mainstream establishment in Romania, and that's very important. And they have played a very important role, a loyal role to Romanian state, to politics, to the democracy, and our role inside Europe, NATO. It's very important for us. Then it's a very good relationship. Sure, we have projects that we are developing for the needs of both our citizens. They are benefiting both parties. There are parts and files where we have differences of view. And there's spaces to discuss those issues together. And we are discussing it, frankly, with arguments. We are hearing the other's arguments. But what is important is the tolerance towards the other's position. It's a sovereign position. And it's also a matter of respect for the other. So, okay, we can have differences of view, and we do have a number of them. We are trying to accommodate. We are trying to find common position that will help us to do more for our citizens and for our countries. But once again, we are stuck here. We are neighbors. Nobody can pick, Hungary and put it in the heart of Siberia, not Romania to put it in the heart of Texas. Yeah. No, we are here, and we are here for a century, and we need to be, rational and to put maybe sometimes emotions ahead. And for sure, we are very attentive in such a way that nobody is infringing the law, who protects, for sure, minorities in its side, and who are protecting as any citizen, any Romanian citizen.
And my question is really that what you started to talk about, that the minority issue is the big question with the bilateral relations. And there was a vote in the Romanian parliament recently, voting down the claim of autonomy for Szeklerland. Actually, for the viewers, I'm saying that we are in the heart of the Szeklerland or Transylvania or expression of this Hungary.
And it will happen anytime.
And what is your position as an analyst on your autonomy claim from Hungarians?
As the package that has been promoted by Hungary at the EU level, who was rejected, and Romania was a part of those who opposed this minority pact. The same is with the autonomy. We are not there. We are a state that respects the constitution, where the integrity, and not a federal, not an autonomous, there is autonomy for administrative reasons, and there's as much autonomy in Harghita, Covasna, as it is in Iași, in Călăraș, or anywhere else in Romania. We have a president of the departmental județ, we call it, council. They are Hungarians. They are mayors. They have their councils. They are doing their stuff, respecting the law in Romania and doing the best for their citizens with their budgets, with the help of Romania, with the help of the Hungarian representation in the parliament and in the government, including the very minister for development, who is Hungarian, ethnic Hungarian, and who is an excellent guy. I can tell you, I worked with him during the times of State Council, Counselor of the Prime Minister, some 2 years ago. He is an excellent professional, and he is also very much linked to solving issues and not to raise symbolic questions and emotional things that are still here. We have to accept it. But once again, the fact is to have a better life.
Yeah, but this kind of autonomy claim, what the Hungarian minority is asking, does it hurt the sovereignty of the Romanian state, do you think?
No, I'm not discussing the reasons right now. It will take too much time to get inside this, and there are numerous papers related to this, including with Minority Pact, which was in the same direction, actually. It has been a claim and an attempt to obtain this type of autonomy inside the sovereign states in the European Union, and that was rejected. Now it's an attempt to do regional stuff and to do the same thing. It's not possible. The tolerance and the acceptance of the minority rules are in that reason. We are accepting the fact that part of our representative of Hungarian minority, and by the way, not represented by the UDMR, they could have attempts to do more and to have more, or to build up political branches that are showing that they do more for their minority. That's what happens in that very region that you described. But we are not involved into the politics of the Romanian, Hungarian minority in Romania. We are very much supportive for the party that represents the Hungarian, and it's a part of the government. And we don't see if it is a good help to split those, loyalties to such a party who is at the edge with the threshold. So it's better that the Hungarians have a good representation in the parliament, part of the government. They will solve more problems than to split this and to, take the streets here or anywhere else. So, and once again, the Romanian state and government and all are completely open, and every concrete issue can be discussed. It's not a matter of, because it comes from Hungary or from one Județ or another, it's a different, no, it's the same approach, is the same type of approach. And once again, my very strong argument, the development minister, so is the one allocating money for the local projects, he says Hungarian ethnic. And moreover, we have seen number of ministers, Hungarians, who are in the Supreme Council for Defense of the country, which is the highest security body in Romania. It's the first time when we have ministers, Hungarian ethnic ministers in that body. Actually, there's not too many. We had a German ethnic as a president, just leaving office. I don't think that at this point any debate about the fact that Romania will not respect minority rights has any traction at all levels, including at the level of the Hungarian minority here in Romania.
And let's talk about Ukraine, because the time is limited for this discussion. It's interesting that we are both neighboring countries, Romania and Hungary, to Ukraine, but the governments have different solutions or outcomes or policies towards the Ukraine.
It's normal, it's democracy.
But it's European membership of Ukraine. What is your stance, and how do you see the Hungarian stance, which is absolutely an obstacle to the membership at the moment?
So it's a difference of nuance. First, our government believes that it's better to engage the government and to have a counterpart and to solve the issues at the national level, at the regional level, at the local level. So that's why we are engaging from a lot of time ago. We are engaging the Ukrainian government. Once the Hungary feels that it has exhausted its possibility of discussing with the Ukrainian government and says that if I'm blocking and trying to constrain, it will help. Second point, Ukraine is at war, and it's defending both of us. It's defending Europe, it's defending the eastern flank, it's defending Romania, and Ukraine, keeping the Russians somewhere there at the line of contacts in eastern Ukraine. In such an environment where we have interests of security related to Ukraine, it's not really comfortable to have those discussions related to minority or anything else, put on the media, in public. We have the same consultation. It's a fair and it's an open and it's a straight debate with all the arguments on the table. If we were in such a condition, would we care about, what things, minor things will happen it will be our, 112 priority. So it's good that we can discuss this. It's good that at the technical level and maybe even at the political level, there are exchanges and there are solutions. Targeted solutions, local solutions for local programs, for individual programs, for including rule of law. getting against those who have attempted, who have abused, who have, and that makes better outcome according to our government than fighting, exposing publicly and making too much quarrel, because if we are defending this, it helps bringing vote and maybe radicalizing our public, but it won't help solving the solutions. But once again, we are respecting Hungarian position and its approach. It doesn't mean that I'm challenging or somebody from Romania is challenging. It's up to Ukraine to choose the way that they feel better is, and according to their own experiences related to the Ukrainian authorities. But that's the way that we are working. And it's even broader. If you see, Romania has very good relations to all the states around it. Romania has good relations with the Arab states and with Israel. Has very good, and it's traditional, has excellent relations to all the states, to Serbia, but also to the other states in the Western Balkans. So it helps us being involved in negotiations, channel of communications between different parties, and a lot of things can be solved in that direction.
And what about Russia? Because that's a very big and very strong point that, as I feel, the Romanians share the sentiment of the Baltic states and Poland that Russia is an imminent threat to Europe. And why do you consider that? Because
Russia and Putin has put as their objective, which are maximal and which didn't change at all, and remember the ultimatums in December 2021. One so-called proposal to OSCE and one proposal to NATO, which says NATO should roll back to pre-97. So we should be out of NATO and we should be without any guarantees of security. And that is not acceptable. It's an existential threat to Romania and to all the states in the eastern flank.
And maybe the Moldovan experience?
Not speaking about their interference in Republic of Moldova. That's a different thing. Now I'm talking about EU and NATO, about not about the post-Soviet space, but about the states who were once communist states. And the level of ambition of Russia goes beyond the post-Soviet space. And we have seen that. Or at the level of OSCE, where they are claiming a veto role. And lately, we've heard that in the post-Soviet space, there's no independent state. And the sovereignty is limited by the interests of Russia itself. It's non-acceptable according to the international rule, according to anybody, according to the agreements that Russia itself has signed, that Russia itself is a part of, so it's not acceptable. And that means Russia is a threat to nation, but it is already... NATO accepted this, EU accepted this, it's a fact because it's based on Russia's positions towards us, towards Ukraine including, which is an independent state. No, it's not independent, that's our share. We are picking that because whatever. It's non-acceptable.
Yeah. My last question, Mr. Chifu, is if I see Romania is a very strong eastern flank of the NATO, and it's getting stronger. If you consider
with
Turkey,
Poland is
a strong one and the big country.
Is in the north.
But your position getting very strong. I'm considering the Turkey position because Turkey in a Russian relation, many NATO analysts consider Turkey not 100% reliable because Turkey is playing games with
We are strategic partners with Turkey. We know how to engage Turkey. We are strategic partners and we developed a lot of issues together with Poland. By the way, we have a trilateral. Poland, Romania, Turkey. Yes, it's a different and difficult
partner. Does it make Romanian position stronger within the NATO and in the eyes of US as a reliable partner?
We are not aiming in that direction. We are never calculating what does. No, we are doing that for our own security. I'm not having a strong position, by the way, which has been signed 2011, strategic partnership, and 2014, the trilateral. So it's already an experience working together. It's not easy. It's a difficult partner, and it's a partner that defends its own positions. But it's a partner that has done a lot and who had the very clear... Remember, Erdogan was the one saying that, no, the territories of Ukraine are the ones that are not, including Crimea, because there are the Tatars there. Turkey is one of the states that rejects anything. It's interested in the security in the Black Sea. We are part of the common anti-mines or the mining initiative, the CMC, with Turkey and Bulgaria. So Turkey plays its role, and from our point of view, yes, it is a difficult partner, but you need also to understand their own positions. And our experiences is rather positive in that type of engagement with Turkey. The same with Poland. We are strategic partners for. Our first strategic partnership with Poland has been signed in 1922, if you remember. And it was specific that we have hosted the Polish government in exile once the Poland has been split by the fascist Germany and the Soviet Russia. So in that direction, I think that and that's another point which I would like to come back to, we are not aiming in becoming stronger because of France, because of US, because of Germany, no, we are stronger. We need to be as strong as possible to deter and to defend Romania and Romanian citizens of any origin, by the way, of any ethnicity, in front of any type of threats. And the most vivid one, the current one is Russia for sure. And we need to pay attention and to defend all our citizens.
This is the last word. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Thank you. And thank you for your attention. We see each other next week. Bye-bye.